Okay, good morning, brothers and sisters. In today's Sabbath lesson, I want to explain the Hebrew calendar that we've shared. We got a feedback from some of our brothers and sisters that they need to understand how to read the calendar. I want to also say that we've already uploaded this to our website, so anybody can access it from our website as well. But today, let me just go ahead and explain how we do this calendar. First of all, if you see our video on our YouTube page on the Hebrew calendar, we explain how this calendar was derived. Here in Igbo land in Nigeria, our Igbo fathers, our ancestors, the old people in our village have been keeping this biblical calendar for generations. They have been keeping this calendar a 12-month calendar, 12 months in a year. They have been keeping this calendar for generations. So what we did was, we the Igbo Hebrews organization, what we did was, if you read the book of Enoch in chapter 73 from verse 4, Enoch mentioned that the moon comes out 30 days later. That's the first phase of the moon shows up on the 30th morning. That's a very important information, for instance, because the calendar of the Most High is actually according to the sun, not according to the moon. If you read the book of Jubilees chapter 6, so Enoch mentioned that the sun comes out first, but the moon, the first phase of the moon, comes out 30 days later from the same portal which the sun comes out. So that's a very important information. So what we did was, we asked the Igbo elders in our villages, in the Igbo villages here in southeastern Nigeria, we asked them, when is the first moon of the year? And from brothers and sisters, even before that, we know that in the Bible, according to the prophet Joiah, this is the prophet that people call Joel, in chapter 2, he mentioned that the first month of the year is in the spring. So we know that whatever date that it should be the first month should be around the springtime. But let me make it clear here. Here in Nigeria, we don't have spring, summer, autumn, and winter. We don't have those. We just have rainy season and dry season. So our elders in the villages, they don't know what spring is. So we asked them, what is the first moon of a year in the Igbo calendar? And they told us that the first moon for a particular year, they told us when it will come out. So we waited. On the day that moon came out, we counted 30 days prior. According to the book of Enoch, 30 days prior is the new year. And when we did that, brothers and sisters, first of all, that new year fell in the first month of spring. According to those who have spring and winter in their seasons, it fell in the first month of spring, like the prophet Joiah said. And not only that, the first day of the year fell on a Sunday, which is the first day of the week. So this is the information that the Igbo ancestors gave us in Nigeria, and it's from there that we figured out the calendar. We didn't go and look at Jerusalem time, this American Aeronautic Society and all those nonsense. We didn't do that. The elders just told us this is the first moon of the year, and according to the book of Enoch, we count 30 days prior, we get the first day of the year. And it's from there that this calendar was developed. So we developed this calendar, and we want to share today how we got that. So we decided to put it in a spreadsheet so that it will be easier for anybody to understand, and it also makes it cyclical. Anybody can look at it the following year and just change the date and it will recalculate again. So for the first month in the spreadsheet, we wrote this Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We want to make the calendar friendly so that you can associate it with the Gregorian calendar that we're using now, or whatever calendar you're using wherever you are, but you still use that to figure out what the calendar is according to the Hebrew biblical calendar. So for the first month, which is month 1 here, The numbers here shows the number of the dates, so that it will be easy for anybody to see it, to count it. Okay, so the first month, this is the first day, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, and that's why we wrote 7 here. So you have day 8 here, so day 14, and so on and so forth. So this is the first month, brothers and sisters. This is how you count, this is how you interpret this calendar. That's how you count it, brothers and sisters. Let's say your birthday is February 17th. Okay, you just come to the calendar and look for February. This is February, and February the 17th. February the 17th is the second day of the 12th month. Okay, this is the first day of the 12th month. This is the second day of the 12th month. That's the second day of the 12th month in the Hebrew calendar. That's how you interpret it. So any particular day you look at, the way we arranged it, the first month starts from the first number here. The second month does not, it starts here. 19th of April, for instance, is the first day of the second month, while 19th of May is the first day of the third month. That's how you should be able to read this calendar. So if we look at a day, let's say September the 25th, for instance, September the 25th, 2016 is actually the 8th day of the 7th month in the Hebrew calendar. The 8th day of the 7th month. That's how you should interpret this calendar. Now, brothers and sisters, basically what you do is you look for the dates in the Gregorian calendar and the day it falls upon. I guess things like the 1st, the 4th, and the 7th months will be easy because it starts from this first day in the spreadsheet here. But the second month may be a little bit difficult. This empty space here is not a day, it's not something you count because it's already accounted for here. So, for instance, the 8th month, the first day of the 8th month is this, which is the 18th of October, while the first day of the third month is 19th of May, like I said earlier, and the first day of the 9th month is 17th of November. That's how you count it, brothers and sisters. So about the feasts in each of the day, if in each month, in the months, you have some months have particular feasts in them. So for instance, in the first month we have under the calendar we wrote, under each month we wrote the number of feasts you have in that day. For instance, feast in the first month, you have the Passover, which is on day 14. So if you come to the first month, you know that on the 14th day is the Passover. So you just count from wherever you start having the dates. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this 14th day here is the Passover. And we also have Feast of Unleavened Bread from the 15th to the 21st. So that's what we just mark them in green so that you see it. So from the 15th day to the 21st day, this is Feast of the Unleavened Bread. And the 15th day, of course, is a Sabbath. Even though it's a Sunday, it's also a Sabbath. So that's why we mark it here. In the second month, there is no feast. There's no biblical feast in the second month. So there's nothing. We didn't write anything here. In the third month, we have the Feast of Weeks. Okay, this is the Feast of the Promise. The Feast of Weeks is the feast that is also called the Feast of First Fruits. Is the feast where we remember the day that the Most High promised Noah that he will not flood the earth again. That feast can be celebrated any day in the third month. Any day in the third month. Okay, and that's what we wrote here. The feast for this the third month is Feast of Weeks, can be celebrated any day in this month. But any day you choose to celebrate it, that should be the day you celebrate going forward. Okay, and then you can equally do your sin offering or your peace offering in this month as well. So we'll go over to the fourth month. There is no special feast in the 4th month. However, so one can do the sin offering and peace offering any day of the month, but there's no feast in that month. It's the same thing on the 5th month. There is no feast. You can do any offering you want to do to the Most High, but there's no special feast in the month. You have the normal Sabbath and the new moon. We didn't mark Sabbath and new moons in the calendar because we didn't want to clutter. We didn't want to make it very busy, but we just highlight the feast, the biblical feasts. Then you come to the 6th month, for instance. There's no feast as well. Just you can do your sin or peace offering if you want any day in the month. There's no special feast. The main feast comes in the 7th month, brothers and sisters. In the 7th month, the first day of the 7th month, Feast of Trumpets, day 1, it is a Sabbath with burnt offerings. The first day of the 7th month in this 2016 Gregorian calendar will fall on the 18th of September. It is a Sabbath and it's the Feast of Trumpets. So you have it on day 1. The next feast will come up on day 10 of the 7th month. And day 10 is very easy. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is the 27th of September. That is the 10th day of the 7th month, and that is the day of atonement. It's very important that you fast that day. You afflict your soul, and members of your family do the same thing. Then we have the Feast of Tabernacles. The Feast of Tabernacles will fall from the 15th day to the 22nd day. This is also called the Feast of Booths. Okay, that's from the 15th to the 22nd. So you have the 15th here all the way to the 22nd. This is the Feast of Tabernacles. Only the 15th and 22nd are Sabbaths. These ones are not Sabbath. You are still celebrating the feast, but you can go to work, you can go to farm, you can do whatever you want to do in these days. It's only the beginning and the end of it are Sabbath. And that is it, brothers and sisters. In the 8th month and the 9th month, there is no feast. In the 10th month, 11th month, and 12th month, there is no feast. Okay, so you only have feast mainly in the 1st month, in the 3rd month, and the 7th month. That is when you have the feast of the Most High. So that is how we organize the calendar. I hope this is explanatory. If you're looking for any day, any equivalent of any day, let's say 10th of May, you know that 10th of May will be on the 24th, the 24th day of the 2nd month. Okay, and that's how you do it. Next year now, we just change, everything will change to 2017, and you can easily understand it going forward from that. So may the Most High bless you as you understand this. Please send us an email or leave a comment on our website. Like I said, this calendar is right there on our website, so you can leave a comment if you need clarification or anything. And one thing we will do is we'll try to, anytime they have a feast in a particular month, we'll update that in our calendar as well, and we'll talk about that feast in our calendar, in our website, the calendar we have on the website, so that anybody can easily access it from there. May the Most High of Majesty bless you. Salam.